Hello everyone, welcome to 16-bit Tech. My name is Luis and today I bring the topic about design partners. The first one is the Singleton. The Singleton, I suppose, is the more debate around this partner because some people like it a lot, some people don't like a lot, but in fact is a useful partner to use and to understand how the things are going. The two frameworks right now in Java, Quarkus, Spring, they have your part as Singleton, okay? So I bring also how to write the program using the Singleton and explain how to test as well, okay? But if you don't use any kind of framework, let's say you end up using the Micronaut, I use, let's say, Drop Wizard or whatever, or don't use any of those and use just Java, I bring also the program in Java using the synchronized method and using the num. And then this video is based on an article I wrote last year in 2020. And if you have any comments and problem, the code is available on my GitHub. The references are available. Check that, and that's it. So let's jump to the code, and that's it. Jump to the code and see the Singleton partner working. Okay? See you on milliseconds. So now let's start with the IntelliJ. Right now I'm using the IntelliJ Ultimate version, so I make a video to explain the benefits of using the IntelliJ Ultimate version instead of use the community version. For me is let's say we have two products because the Ultimate version is random. It's so good. Okay, so let's talk about the article, the Singleton partner. Okay, the article, I also put the article inside the video description and let's see this article. I wrote this article last year in 2020. As you see here, 3 minutes to read. It's so easy to read and see my point of view to Singleton partner. Also, I put the reference here if you want to check the reference or grab more idea, feel free to do that, okay? But basically, I show to you the motivation to choose this partner. As said here, you have exactly one instance of the class, of the component, whatever you want, okay? Just one instance. Some guys don't like to use this partner, some guys like it. The point is, if you need to want or you need to match some functional requirements, use this partner. This partner is used for a long time, okay, so use it. This is some description where can use it and see. Let's go to the example because it's more important right now. I'm opening right now my service in Spring, okay. This is on my IntelliJ here, my service in Spring. Okay, right here we had a service, is just a service, and you have the scope. Okay, when you have the scope Singleton Spring, you use just one instance of this class. Okay, this is the full scope. That you click on the scope of this one, alias and so on. Okay, now I have the scope for that. Okay, if you want to check again here, configurable, you have the two one. Okay, if you want to use Singleton or prototype, is up to you. By default, Spring use the Singleton scope for that. Okay, and so I created a simple service to demonstrate that. You have also test class. Okay, this test class using the JUnit 5 for that. And right here I have a repeatable test to check if the handle number remains the same, okay? Or in fact is between a range, but the hash code here I'm putting the hash code of the class should be remain the same if I want to tree or any call to the service, okay? Because it's a singleton, should be change the hash code. Okay, let's execute this one. It's so straightforward. Okay, I don't have any clue or any trick. Okay, this is as is a singleton, and the Spring, if you're using Spring as framework, you Spring work for you for this way. Okay, let's just wait a couple of seconds to run the things here, because right here I'm running the IntelliJ, running the screen record and so on to make the video, and well, sometimes the computer is still a little bit busy. Okay, but no problem. Now is starting the test, should be executed 3 times because I'm put here 3. If you want to check and say, oh, I want to put 10, 11 or whatever I want, just to change this value and execute again. Okay, now I'm using the Spring. The Spring context will be started because I'm using right here the Spring Boot test. That's the way I find to test. Okay, so right here we have the test passing, and then after I also check it if I want to exactly one instance of this class. Okay, this is for Spring. Remember, Spring use the singleton prototype, not singleton instead of prototype. Okay, don't use the in this case here, let's say the scope prototype, only singleton. So back we have more description about the test. If you want to check and whatever, feel free. And Quarkus right here is kind of old, because right here I'm using Quarkus. Let's see the version. I don't remember the version of Quarkus. Is plugin version. Well, not so bad. I thought is oldest, but it's okay. Not so bad. Not so bad. Okay. Back here we have this annotation. The name is Singleton. That's good. So far, so good. Okay, if you want to use, let's say, in comparison with Spring, you change the singleton to dependency instead of prototype. Right here you have the, let's say, the same service using the Quarkus. The main method to start the Quarkus application, and here we have you should have also a Quarkus test. Okay, this is Quarkus test. Instead use Spring Boot test, but it's the rule. You want to use the framework, you need to use the annotation of this framework as well. And right here we have the same repeatable test to 3. You want to change it to 10, 42, 49, whatever. Feel free to do that. Okay, so let's execute again this test. And just one point to you, using the IntelliJ Ultimate version, you take advantage of configuration, database connection, Java Enterprise server, and a bunch of features. I will make a video in maybe some weeks explain the difference between them. Okay, now we have here a project using the Spring, using the Quarkus, and executing the test so softly. Okay, and then if you don't use Spring, don't use Quarkus, you want to, let's say, I'm brave, I'm use just the Java, you have 2 options. The first one is write your own class using the synchronizer to avoid collision and so some kind of problem. I don't want to deeply in this topic right here. And also using the enum. Enum is a singleton instance because enum you only have one instance by program. So you want to, you said, okay, I don't want to use the synchronized whatever, I want to use enum. good for you, is good, is work as well. Because here we have, let's say here by documentation, I wrote the hands-on, let's see here, my service is Singleton, okay? Right here, I creating the lazy way, because we have the two one. The first one is the eager, because start the instance before the class is called, and the second one only when you request a new instance for this method. I'm using the lazy because I'm lazy. So in the lazy way, you check if the instance is new because no one started this instance before, and then that's it. Instance receive the this one and then return the instance. Remember, if you want to guarantee that something is don't overlap something, use the synchronized, okay, inside the body or inside the exception of the code. And then you also have the test for that. And the test is a repeatable test too, using the 3 instances. Right now we don't have Spring Boot test or Quarkus test because it's a Java program. And then run again should be fastest because don't have to start any framework to that. And how you have the test passed. And the last but not the least, as I said before, you have the enum. Enum is a good way to do that. Okay, so you have the enum singleton here, and that's it. Declare an instance, and when you have this one, you want to call. Okay, now you have the enum singleton, you have the instance here, and then we have the service, the instance of your class. In this case, the service. And then it's more, let's say, simple than the 3 before, but it has your value as well. Okay, so that's it. That's the code. I'm bring more design partners to channel, just for this channel, because I think design partners is a good approach to tackle some problem and to understand frameworks, to understand how be fast to try to solve the problem, because sometimes the problem we try to solve is already solved by a partner. So you can just adjust some points and use the partner for you. Okay, and as I said before, right here I put the reference that I used to write this article. I hope you enjoy. I hope you subscribe and click on to subscribe and share if you like this content. And see you on the next week. Have a great weekend and a great week, because now Wednesday. Yes. Well, a great year for you. Bye bye.